He's our daddy, isn't he? It was just the most immediate yes of my life, you know, to get to work with him.
The Big Bang.
Yeah. Greatest scientific mind of our time. The atomic bomb. I can perform this miracle for you. You are the man for the job. I don't know if we can be trusted with such a weapon, but I know the Nazis can. They just fired a starting gun.
Matt, we know that this is the second time you work with director Christopher Nolan, and Emily, this is the first time.
Yes.
So how do you see Chris, and how's it feel to work with him?
Amazing. Yeah.
He's our daddy, isn't he? He's like, it's like trying to impress dad the whole time. He's incredible and such a force, such a hurricane of a director and a talent, and it was just the most immediate yes of my life, you know, to get to work with him.
Yeah, I don't, he makes these incredible movies that have this huge scope and scale, but they're always very emotional too, and the performances are always really good, the writing's always really good. He's just working at a level that kind of all of his own at this point.
Okay, and we know this is a historical story and a real man and a real event, but Emily, you say that when you're shooting in the New Mexico, it's just like a summer camp. So I thought it was under a lot of pressure, but how's it feel on set?
He doesn't create a pressurized environment, though. I mean, he does everything he can to take all the chaos and noise away from you, and it's a very calm set, very focused and happy. I mean, we had a great time, didn't we?
We had a great time.
In the New Mexican desert, in our hotel we all were staying in with one restaurant. We used to hang out, and that's why it felt like summer camp. I mean, I hadn't been on a film set like that in a while, where you are all isolated in the middle of nowhere together, and you only have each other as company. I don't remember the last time I had that.
And I think that also comes from Emma, his wife, who's his producer. You know, together they've done so much work leading up to the shooting and they've really thought of everything. They've got prepared for every eventuality, and so it just runs like clockwork when you're there. And so you feel how relaxed they are because they've kind of thought of everything. And then they create this environment where the actors can be relaxed, and that's really where actors can do their best work. And so you're kind of aware intellectually that it's this big, huge movie, but it doesn't feel that way when you're making it.
Okay, and there's a spectacular Trinity scene, but what's really happened on set? Because Nolan said there's no CGI, so what did you see on set?
A Big Bang. Yeah. No, he loves to do everything in camera. Not just because he enjoys to do it, but because of its effect on the actors. Like, you know, for us to be fully immersed and not have work with green screens and things like that, but also because of the effect that it has on the audience. An audience knows, an audience can feel when, say, a stunt is real, when somebody really does it versus it's computer generated. They know whether or not they can identify exactly why. It's something that you kind of feel, and so. He really does everything actually as you would have done it 100 years ago if you were making a movie.
So last time we saw you two together in the movie was the Address Bureau.
That's right.
That's 12 years ago. So last time you traced her. Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, and we know that you two have not in the scene together this time.
Thank God.
That's a legal thing.
That's a legal thing. We have that contractually kind of put into things. No scenes with Matt Damon, or if it is a scene, it's a quick hi, and that's it.
Yeah. So how do you see the change of you these years?
God. I was a bit of a novice when we were starting out.
I would not say that at all.
I had to audition for the Adjustment Bureau.
But you weren't a novice as an actress. You were brilliant.
Thank you. But it was a different time, I feel, and he has never changed in being such a confidant. And John and I both lean on Matt to talk about things and for advice, and we're neighbors as well. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
it's just
good friends.
Yeah, we see each other all the time, and way too much.
Way too much. I actually made Matt have everyone over to his house yesterday. I just said, even before asking him, I said, we should go over to Matt's rooftop tonight. I think I just was like, it's happening. I'm ordering food. We're coming to your apartment. It's the best, and I think I do love that secret language you have with friendships, real friendships who are within the same business as you. It would be the same as doctors being friends with doctors. Like,
it's really helpful for on the life side. It's great, but on the work side, it's really nice to have people that you trust that you can kind of run ideas by, and it's very helpful.
Okay, you both work with Cillian this time. So
Yeah.
how does it feel to work with him?
Well, I've worked with him before. He was in Quiet Place too, and I love working with him. He's a very transporting actor to be in a scene with. He's completely mesmerizing to work with, and he's a laugh as well. He's lovely and sweet and warm, and I think having that history that we had with each other, working together before, just helped us fall into step with this rather kind of tumultuous married couple in this one.
I think this is one of the great screen performances of all time.
Yeah.
By Cillian. It's remarkable, and watching Cillian and Chris build that character together, because it really
Beautiful, that
requires
relationship.
the director and the actor to be together to capture that, and they just did such a great job, and that's why the movie works.
Okay. And you're doing a great job too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The atomic bomb. We can end this war, but it might start a chain reaction.
It's what ignites the atmosphere.
From Christopher Nolan.
Are we saying there's a chance that when we push that button, we destroy the world?
Robert Downey Jr., Matt Damon, Emily Blunt, Florence Pugh, and Cillian Murphy is Oppenheimer, in theaters July 21st. Rated R.